Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Yeah, this is the wrong time to pile on Micah over the little things. This is absolutely the wrong time. And so we go talk about it because we dealing with a generational talent. Let's not forget that. In our anger, I think we forgot that. For real. We dealing with Freakazoid, Freakason. How many people that you know even ever walked this planet at 255 ran a 4.3? I'm serious. How many people do you know that's ever lived? So let's not get crazy when we talking about Micah Parsons and the things that some of us are upset about. So I'm gonna talk about those things. I'm gonna also debunk some myths that's out here, right? We have to. Very important, especially in this season, to debunk certain myths. We got to. Let's talk about a couple of these myths. Myth 1. Let me get this clock out the way. Micah would get worse with a contract. Myth 2. Micah hurt recruiting, stating Dallas would have been ruined by us. Myth 3. Micah Precious is just an almost stat. Now, I got 70 of his pressures. Every one of them from this year. Every one of them. So we go judge that by the film. And then Micah talking destroys the locker room. So we got a lot to talk about, because in my opinion, we should be all uniting on 877 pay Micah now. I'm dead ass. Because this is what we dealing with.
Hope to the fans that there's going to be big changes. Because I'll tell you this, from being at that Brian Schottenheimer press conference, when Steven had talked about in that press conference about how maybe we need to evaluate things,
right,
that provided some fuel to the fire to the fans. And I'm just kind of trying to, I want to be a little cautious, and I want them to be a little cautious in thinking that, because while that sounds great and you'd like to see that, and that's what you would hope for the Dallas Cowboys, we just haven't seen that for a while. So you got to be kind of cautiously optimistic when you hear that.
So y'all sit back. Your boy Boss Cowboy got you. We go break this whole thing down. Y'all already know I got to set up some stuff on the back end, and we go get to it. Let's go. Come on. Man, it's an important time to come together. Important time to come together on the right ideas. I think I'm right, but I'm also open to be wrong. I would want somebody to explain to me where I'm tripping. But the difference is, when I explain everything, I'm gonna bring the source. I'm gonna validate it with the facts. What I call measuring the Kool-Aid. Gotta be able to measure that old Kool-Aid. Be right back. Man, your voice matter. Your voice, Yeah, come on, let's go. Yeah, let's go. All right. Yeah. All right. Here he come. Here he come. All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What's up, man? Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports. We got us a banger today. We got to get into this because this is the time we really, in my opinion, should get on one accord. So what makes the most sense? So what makes the most sense is to pay Micah Parsons. So give me a second to put y'all comments up, then I'm gonna go through this. All right, because we're a little bit too split on this. We too split on this, and we got to come together on what makes sense. So I'm gonna showcase something that's foundational core of Boss Cowboy Sports, and it's gonna allow me to kind of break down the vision of what I will want all of us to be that's serious about trying to win. It's a desire that I have that I can see happening if we make the right adjustments, right? Yeah. So here we go. Let me start with this. All right. The foundation of Boss Cowboy Sports. So when we first started, the OC and I, obviously you will talk about, what are we really trying to accomplish, right? So what we trying to accomplish is, to win the championship. And we want to influence people that make decisions on ideas that we believe moves us closer. Okay. So in that discussion, the OC talked about that we was going to govern ourselves by this rule. The first sentence. The OC and I started Boss Cowboy Sports with the understanding that fighting through competing ideas is a natural part of improvements. I'm going to say that again. Fighting through competing ideas is a natural part of improvements. Now, that's because our goal is to try to win a championship and to influence that. That's the main thing we're doing here. That's why we call ourselves a solution-oriented channel. So fights have to happen when trying to win. The key is this, what's in parentheses. It is how you fight, though. That's the most important thing, is how you fight. So just know some of what I'm going to say today is a direct contradiction of maybe what you heard. So the wrong thing to do, whether it's me, you, the person that's listening, or the person that I believe is in error, none of us need to get in our feelings. None of us need to get in our feelings. The most important thing we need to do is debate it out. Because if you right, I promise you, I'm gonna come around to you. I promise you that. The problem is sometimes when I'm right and I prove it, some of y'all don't come around to that. And that can be a lot of people. This ain't just content creators. This ain't just people in the chat. This is people sometimes in the media, people that have influence, national media. This is a lot of people. So my boy said, I'll trade Micah. What would you trade him for? I'm gonna talk about that. And so our creed is the best ideas should win if there's no ego. That's the key. If there's no ego and if it's about winning, the best idea will get pushed up. That's what should happen. So I want to talk about that because that's what I would want to see if we're serious about ideas to help us win. Okay. If we serious about that, then it's not about trying to be right. It's not about trying to look right. It's not trying to be the expert. It's about what really makes the most sense. So my boy say draft capital. Okay. How much draft capital you talking? And why would you trade him? I want to know why. Like, why would you trade him? So, because I don't think you trade. This is just me. I don't think you trade people like Micah. We talking about only maybe 5 people talent-wise and production-wise in the history of the NFL is on his trajectory. We talking about a league that's over 100 years old. And you can't tell me 5 people in history on his trajectory. Nobody can tell me 5 people in the history of pass rushers on his trajectory. And on that trajectory, he's saying, I want to be team friendly for this team. I don't understand why trade that. I really want to get a real answer on that. I'm not trolling nobody. I'm just curious. I want to know. So, and I got the film. We gonna go to the film today. I got the film. I got all of his pressures today. Every one of them. And I can't wait to go through it. All right. Because the film got to lead us to the truth. Oh, yeah. I know that. That's a fact. He said, you believe that? No, I know that. I know that. I challenge anybody to find 5 players that has the pressures and the sacks and impact of Micah Parsons in the history of pass rushers. I that's all I want. If you could, and 5 should be easy, right? 5 should be easy, right? Nah, give me 5. And see, I'm gonna explain why before I get into this content deep. I want y'all to realize something about the freakishness of Micah Parsons. That when he was in college, he played outside linebacker or rush in sporadically. Like he played it in the Memphis game. He played it, right? But he didn't play his whole college career. So I want you to understand the freakishness of what we're talking about. Okay. We got a guy that really didn't play a lot of rush in at all at Penn State. He did it, but wasn't a lot. And was drafted in the top 12. And without using 4 years to define his skills, he still was Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's what you call a fish in water, sir. So, in other words, you could also say he's still new to the position, but yet dominating the position. You say, now you making excuses? It's not excuses, it's just facts. It's a fact. To me, you should get like credit for that. Like, let me say it like this. Wouldn't it be impressive? Let me just pick any position. You play corner 99% of your college career, and then you get thrown in receiver in the NFL and you become the rookie offensive rookie of the year. Is that an excuse or is that impressive? To me, that's impressive, like exponentially. So you played defensive tackle your whole college career. You played a little bit of guard, but then they just switch you from defensive tackle to guard and you become a all-pro year one. That's like freaky. That's all I'm saying. So I want y'all to realize who some of y'all are saying trade. I just like, think about that. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, we can go with the same side of the ball. All right, we'll go with the same side of the ball. Imagine somebody playing safety. It don't matter what position you pick. Imagine somebody playing safety and then you move them down to linebacker and they're the defensive rookie of the year. I don't care what you switch from. If you, let's say you spent 4 years in college playing corner, and then they switch you with very little reps at safety and you become the defensive rookie of the year. You are an animal athlete. I don't care what position. If you spent 4 years of your life honing down on one thing, at the last minute get switched in the NFL and you still defensive rookie of the year, you are a freak. Let's just be clear on that. I also want y'all to know that some of y'all are considering trading a guy that's on a first ballot trajectory to the Hall of Fame. If you add up his all pros and all his awards, he is already ahead of Zach Martin at the same time of Zach Martin's career. That's who some of y'all are saying trade. I disagree. I think we gonna look at the film today and it's gonna really explain some things. So let me get back to the content, because basically the time that we dealing with the small things is the wrong time. This is the wrong time to be dealing with like his podcast. This is the wrong time. Why? Let me ask, what time is it in his life? What time is it? Y'all answer the question. What time is it in his life? It's a contract year. Now, if you like Delta Roots, you want to trade him, so you can say whatever you want to say. But if you like me, like,
oh hell no.
If you like me, like, nah, bro, you keep that. You keep this dude. Okay. Then you want to get on the side of stop talking about this little petty stuff that we be talking about. Like, you know, the stuff that came out about Henry. We loud about the wrong things. See, and wrong. So I want y'all to listen.
Jerry got my number blocked. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even call Jerry. Jerry got my number blocked. Are you upset?
Let's start there. Can we start there? To me, that's what we should be focused on, is the fact that he's saying Jerry got my number blocked. Instead of focusing on Jerry, who do we focus on? The dude in the contract year. Appreciate the super chat. And she said, I'm not trading Micah. He just needs to mature and be more strategic with his words, handling things. 877 pay Micah now. Yeah, I would agree. I would want him to be smoother and better, but I'm not even really go like focus on that right now. And the reason why I'm not is because what we low key doing when we do that, like now during this season, especially those of us with voices and megaphones and mics, you are adding to the mob who want to trade them. Now, if you want to trade them, go for it. I totally disagree with you. I think it's a tremendous mistake. To trade generational talent like this. And I'm going to also say this, generational talent that's not like Luka. Yeah, I said it. Generational talent that's not like Luka. See, we not dealing with somebody who just lean on their athleticism alone and their skills alone. We dealing with a guy who comes in ready to play every time. See, hold on real quick. People got to remember, when Micah got drafted, he didn't play on that COVID year. He didn't play on that COVID year, but yet when it was time for him to test, he blew it out the water. Blew it out the water. You say he not generational talent? Willie T, you really believe he's not? All right. Can you please name me 5 people in the history of the NFL that's 255 and run a 4.3? You can even give me 3. That should be easy if he's not generational. That should be like, oh, this guy, because that should be like easy. No, don't say y'all like used the no, you trying to turn this on me. I'm turning this back on you since you saying, hey, it's y'all just use the word like it ain't nothing. Well, tell me, I give you 3. Give me 2. Give me 2 players in the history. It should be easy, Willie. It should be easy. He's not generational. You should be able to find easily somebody 250, 255, run a 4.3. And you should easily be able to find 5 players that's on his sack pressure trajectory. It should be like, no problem. So I'm waiting. Nah, I said more than just athletic. I said athletic and productive. I'm talking about sacks, pressure, all of it. Add it up. So I want to know somebody that's that freakish athletically and on that trajectory. It should be easier than that. Matter of fact, just give me one. Just give me one. Yeah. So like, it's all of it. It's the freakishness of Micah Parsons and the production of Micah Parsons. It's all of it combined. Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm asking for one. Somebody say Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was not the athlete of Micah Parsons. Lawrence Taylor was a better football player, nastier. No, DeMarcus Ware. No, sir. DeMarcus Ware. No, sir. No, he is not. Now, Myles Garrett is a freak too. That's a different kind of freak. See, we talking about. See, Myles Garrett is a freak like 265, 270, run like a 4.4. That's on that freak level. That's they right there the same. Yeah. You say, boss, do you want Micah to keep talking? Yeah, I'm cool with Micah talking. I ain't got no problem with it. It's 2 things that I want Micah to stay away from. Only 2. Don't talk about any opponent that could be on your schedule to where you can make bulletin board material. That's 1. Number 2, never say anything about a teammate that can even be even referenced as negative. Those 2 things. Other than that, talk. Cause see, listen, y'all don't like him talking right now. Y'all don't like him talking right now. See, cause this is interesting to me. This is, cause see, now the rapper got the gun. Shit, and he using it. See, it's one thing to be the president. It's another thing to be the president and speak. See, that's what you got. No. See, because I like this Micah. I like this Micah that is using the power that's usually only one direction. Usually Jerry and them are the ones using their media influence. We got a guy that's pressuring them. I love it. I love it. So yes, I say keep talking. Absolutely keep talking. Yeah. You know? And let's be, well, I'm gonna say it like this. To me, the way I see it is he getting better. He better than he was last year. Boy, last year, he fumbled all over Radio Row. Ooh, he fumbled bad. He was talking about Tang. He talked about Bland. I was like, Micah.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, no, bro. No. He was much better this year. He turned them guns on front office. And even when people think he slipped, he didn't. Let me go back to this.
Said that Derrick Henry didn't come to Dallas.
Hold on. Let me go back to this. People got to really listen, because you got to listen or you'll take him out of context. Listen.
Said, nah, that's not how God worked. He was exactly where he was supposed to be. Exactly. Year 8, 9.
Hold on real quick. Damn, let me go back. All right, here we go.
Jerry got my number blocked. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even call Jerry. Jerry got my number blocked.
Boy, that boy Michael was laughing hard right there. Man, listen how Michael started laughing at this, bro. When he said Jerry got my number blah blah, Michael bust out laughing.
Jerry got my number blocked. I couldn't even get it.
That was a real laugh right there. That was no cap, bro. Hey, that was a laugh like the balls are sitting in the barbershop.
Then call Jerry. Jerry got my number blocked. Are you upset that Derrick Henry didn't come to Dallas? I said, nah, that's not how it goes.
So let's first start with this to show you that people getting him out of context. So the first thing to peep is he said somebody asked him, are you upset? So this is him talking about a conversation after the acquisition and after he saw it play out. This has nothing to do with recruiting. Zero. This is him recalling how he felt, especially after watching the whole thing play out. It's the context. It has nothing to do with I feel like he's saying this, I feel like he's saying that. Nah. Listen to the context of what he's saying. Listen.
God worked. He was exactly where he was supposed to be. Exactly. Year 8, 9 of his career, still going for 1,800 yards, playoffs. He was exactly where he's supposed to be. I'm happy that ain't get ruined by us.
And see right there, people focusing on that last part. I'm glad he didn't get ruined by us. Yeah, I see it. I see it too. I'm glad they didn't get ruined by us. He telling the truth. And then in the context of what he was saying, he was talking about how the season played out as well. So did Dallas make the playoffs? So he like, nah. But over there, you had 1,800 yards. You made the playoffs. Your name is fire right now. And then on top of that, it's also true that we likely would have ruined him. Yeah. Just like we almost ruined Fowler. Yeah, Micah know how we treat free agents. Micah knows it. He know it. And that's what he talking about. See, you ain't gonna recruit these players lying to them either. You ain't gonna recruit these dudes like, hey man, Dallas go treat you great. Nah, man. Nah, it don't work like that. Nah. He was right. Dallas was literally 24th in rushing attempts. He was right. He told no lies on that. When Dak was the quarterback, we was dead last in rushing attempts. Henry is the type of back that you got to feed. He's a volume back. Dallas was not a good fit. And it never was a good fit. Never. And see, I got proof of this because I talked about the running backs in the offseason. I had him last out of fit. I said, nah, he don't fit a West Coast. No, he don't. We need to get Saquon. That's what I had. Somebody that can catch out the backfield. Somebody that you don't have to feed him a lot for him to be explosive. No. Saquon can touch that thing and be gone on the first touch. That's what Dallas needed. We didn't need a volume back. Not in the West Coast. And it never would have worked under a play caller who goes away from running the ball. And so when Micah tell the truth, we shooting at him. And we're creating people that don't like him because of what we saying. In a time we should be trying to lobby for trying to keep him. We starting to divide when it's like, wait, where y'all going, bruh? We need y'all over here trying to keep this man. What y'all doing? We instead of talking about Jerry, who said he got his number blocked, we turned our guns on our own guy. Who was telling the truth? Yes, let me tell y'all this. If you ain't listening, listen. Dallas would have likely ruined him like we ruined most free agents. Y'all saw Fowler had the best ratio in the defensive end room. He had a better pressure to snap ratio and sack to snap ratio than even Micah. And we did not increase his reps because we got this philosophy that if we pick him, we got to play him. That's our philosophy, our guys' philosophy. And so instead of focusing on Micah, we should have turned to our attention to the first thing he said, which was what?
Jerry got my number blocked. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even call Jerry. Jerry got my number blocked.
Then we ain't focus on that. We ain't focusing on that. We focusing on Micah. Now focus on the dude that had his number blocked.
Jerry got my number blocked. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even call Jerry. Jerry got my number blocked.
Ain't that a bitch? So how we go recruit somebody that Jerry got his number blocked? In other words, Jerry and them don't show interest in most free agents. How about we focus on that if we trying to win? Because focusing on, he said we would have ruined him. That's, man, listen, man, we ain't got time to be focusing on that little itty bitty ass shit. No, not if we trying to win. Yeah. So what myth is that? Yeah, so I already covered that myth. So let me move on. I'm gonna take these myths out of order, right? So, and I talked about the timing being off. That's super important to understand. That this is not the time. See, this is the time if you really know your team, you know what they do when it's contract time. That's also smear time. Pay attention. This is smear time. So I made that mistake where I used to focus on those, those mature things we want to see out of Micah. I used to focus on that. But what happened is we was in the off season and we was going, what's up, Sports Junkie? So we was in the off season going into training camp and they started hammering Micah about not being at OTAs. He need to be a leader. He need to be a leader. Micah, it's not your time. It's no, bro. It don't work like that, bro. No. It's their time after year 3. After year 3, they can stop and say, wait, I've outperformed my rookie. It was his time. If he wanted to, he should have stood there and said, you know what, pay me now. Yeah, it was his time. But the media was what was they doing? They was and so then it was around the time the Mavericks was, battling in the playoffs and Micah was doing Micah things, where he would, be cool with the ops. I did a video on it. And then I started peeping. I was like, what I'm talking about is because I want Micah to move better in Dallas. But then I'm looking at my chat and it's a whole bunch of trade Micah, he is selfish and wait. Whoa. And then I looked around. I said, I'm over here talking about a righteous change I want to see in Micah. And I'm surrounded by the KKK. I'm surrounded by media people trying to do a hit job. It's like, nah, this ain't the time. And I stopped talking about that little itty bitty stuff. It's like, I ain't talking about that. Because none of this little stuff that we focus on is even nothing significant at all. Like at all. Like it's very tiny. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this, and I said this on Twitter today. If y'all mad at Micah over podcasts and talking, y'all could not or don't know the history of Charles Haley. And you say, boss, I do feel Mike is a cloud chaser. Explain how. He might be. But I'm going to be honest, I don't even care. It's the fact that this man is on the Hall of Fame, chase all the clout you want. Shit. chase that clout. As long as you coming in ready to play, as long as you a terrorist, I'ma show the film too. I'ma show the film. We gonna put to bed that pressure stuff. I'm gonna put that to bed today. It's gonna get buried. It's gonna be RIP today from the film. But listen, y'all. All I want y'all to do is go back and go look at A Football Life with Charles Haley. See, I'ma just tell y'all something. Charles Haley was 10,000 times more of a distraction than Micah Parsons. Don't you fool yourself. Don't you fool yourself. See, the real true story, is that a lot of people don't know. Is Charles Haley even threw a helmet at Jerry's head. Boss, he's a locker room counselor, boss. But boss, wait, we better look at our history. You better go look at why we acquired him from San Fran. Stuff like taking his meat out and pissing in cars, busting out windows, blood everywhere in the locker room. We talking about a guy who talk constant trash to the best players on the Cowboys. I'm gonna get to the film, Shannon. But I'm trying to really break this down. It's like, what is the things we mad about? A podcast? Wait, brother, we better go, man. Listen, this in training camp, he used to tell Emmett and them all the time, y'all ain't nothing. He used to tell Aikman, you ain't no Montana, you ain't nothing. He used to tell Micah Irvin to his face, you ain't Jerry Rice. Now today, Diggs one time said, bitch, to Dak. And everybody, the locker room. Man, this was Haley on a daily basis. The only thing is they didn't have cameras and phones out there that would pick it up. This dude was just go research it. Listen, all this choir boy, we need you to, he said something about that contract. Nah, man, no. Listen, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. We're making too big of a deal out of this locker room stuff. I'm just being honest with you, man. I've been in locker rooms, man. We ain't digging that deep. Yes, do I want him to be quiet more when it comes down to his teammates? Absolutely. But am I gonna go as far as trade him?
Oh, hell no.
Because he talked too much to you? Oh, no, man. Oh, no. Y'all, man, you got to really research and see what kind of guys we had when we was winning. We talking about plenty of cocaine. We talking about all of that all the time. Do y'all really remember what Hollywood Henderson was like? Hollywood was so lit. Hollywood Henderson would have the cocaine in his inhaler. On the field, he would snort the cocaine on the field. And we over here talking about a podcast and teammate? No. And he said Henry would have ruined him. No, bro. No. I'm finna get to this film in a second, but I'm getting down and we breaking down all these myths and stuff. Like all this ego destroyer. And then You got to peep game. If he destroying a locker room, why so many people mess with him? If he destroying locker rooms, why so many people mess with him? Why when Amari come in town, he still mess with him? Why Diggs always kicking it with him? Why you always see him on the trips? Yeah, I see him on the guys' trips. I'm not saying everybody cool, because we all know in any locker room, you don't get along with everybody. I had one guy that was my cornerback competitor. He my best friend to this day. JP, I got another one. If he died, I would spit on his grave. Real talk. Yeah, I wouldn't care nothing about it. If I heard he died, I wouldn't care at all, because he was a mark. Like you don't get along with everybody that's in the locker room. It don't. But I see with my eyes, I see a whole lot of teammates. I see offense, defense. I see CeeDee Lamb messing with him. Yeah. I don't only time I really see Dak, and I'm just being honest, the only time I see Dak with them boys at his house when they working out. I'm not saying they don't kick it, but I'm just saying, like, how we over here like he's a cancer? Well, why so many people hollering at him all the time? Why when they in the off season and they hooping, he right there? I want somebody to explain that to me, for real. And then I gotta ask a real question. How many of us have been in locker rooms? Like, how many people got these critiques actually was in locker rooms? Like, for real. Like, so if you're a media person and you ain't never suited up, you ain't never put on the pads, you ain't never took showers after the game, what you know about the locker room? Like, for real. That's why, to me, it's so many people that make these big old deals out of locker rooms and differences. Yes, it does affect. Yes, it does. I ain't gonna act like talking won't get you in trouble. Yes, it will. It will. At the same time, it's like, man, you gotta stay focused, in my opinion, on what we dealing with and who we dealing with. We dealing with true generational talent that ain't like Romo and Luka. Your body shouldn't be like this. Your body, yeah. That's why Romo kept getting hurt. That's why some people didn't like Luka. Luka did all that arguing with the refs all the time while everybody else getting on D. You leading the league in texts. And because your body not in optimum shape, we come out the finals and then you report at 270, allegedly. And then the owner ain't supposed to be like, man, what you doing? Yeah, you keep getting injured because you be coming in out of shape. You not in the best shape. I don't care that you play pickup basketball overseas. And I'm going to tell y'all something, as a former athlete myself. I can look at your body and tell when you don't put in the work. This is not Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons, when he show up ready. A lot of people that say he lazy, I want to see you go up against a sumo wrestler, head up. I want to see you expose your stomach and let a professional boxer just well off on your stomach. I want to see you do that. I guarantee you Luka and Romo wasn't doing that. There's no way a professional player should ever have man boobs. Never. Even after you stop playing.
You want to answer? You can't handle the truth.
Some of y'all can't handle this, man. Yeah, it's the truth, though. It's the truth. So let me get through these myths real quick, and then I'm gonna get to the film. Micah will get worse with a contract. I disagree. I totally disagree. He gonna get worse. It depends on what you mean by worse. Is he gonna talk more? Probably. He gonna probably talk more with a contract. If he talking now, think about how gangster Micah is. Ooh, Micah is gangster. Whoo, that boy. See y'all better peep game on how G Micah is. Super Bowl Sunday. It's been internal talks about trading Micah Parsons. Within a week, he was still putting pressure on him. I want us to be aggressive. Wait, Micah Parsons, you what?
You gotta snap some collars and let know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to.
That is truly going out in the blaze. Man, you better peep game. They sent a warning shot. Maybe it meant you talking too much. Maybe it meant we don't like you. Maybe it meant we trying to see if we could get something for you. We might want Myles Garrett and some picks. We might do that. We considering that. And Micah still was like,
if you gotta go out, that's how you go out. He took his destiny in his own hand.
With the threat, that dude still came out there and shot his shot. And everybody talking about it. I don't see how anybody is angry about that. How's that even possible for you to be angry about that? The dude is using this gun. Hold on, it's the OC in the building. Did the OC sneak in the back door?
Salute.
This one of them got you off the couch, huh, bro?
No, man. No, I plan to come in. I just finished up with the day, actually.
Okay, cool. So I just addressed these myths. You right on time, man, because we go get into the film.
All right.
So cool. I addressed pretty much all of these, so I ain't gonna spend too much more time on them.
You got it.
Oh, now we got to deal with 3. And we go deal with 3 with the film. Before we deal with that, I started the show talking about the pact we made where best idea win. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so this was something that I picked up with just a worldwide organizational leader. And we always talked about axioms, right? Axiom is like a principle by which you operate, or a mode of operandi, or a code of conduct. And so we always discuss that, hey, it didn't matter who it came from, that we would always operate with the most productive and best ideal. And that we would lay our egos to the side and we would do what was best. In great companies, great partnerships, great relationships always have that element. It doesn't matter who it comes from. If it's a superior ideal or thought, we go forward with that.
Yeah. Because, see, that's what I've been honestly seeing, OC, is a lack of that in our space. It's a lack of that. I think me and you very comfortable fighting to the point people sometimes, they know we fight, but it's never bad. Like, you know. But at the end of the day, they also see me and you give credit when the other one was right. Like, you was right on DeJuan Jones. And I come back and I say, you was right. Yeah. You talked about him eating himself out the league and being concerned about that. And you know, and there's things I've been right about that we fought about that you took, because it's not about who's smarter. It's about what was best for the Cowboys.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, folks.
So, and I think that's the trap a lot of people fall for, is, you know, wanting to maybe appear like they are the influencer of the space or the knowledge person of the space or whatever, you know, or maybe come from a background where they just don't admit, they just don't admit. But for whatever reason, when I present facts or you present facts, they not gonna accept it. They just it's just period. It's that they locked in.
Well, boss, you know the difference why the Republican Party, and the Democratic Party don't agree on certain issues, right? That dictate this country. It's because they're on the other side of the table. It's not a unified front. It's more so just an agenda. And so, unfortunately, and fortunately, in some regard, and I'll explain that later, is that people at times, it's not pure in the sense of what's best for the Cowboys. It's an agenda on whatever that particular person or group or what have you will want to present and will want the populace to believe. And I'm not against anybody carving out their niche, making money, doing whatever they want to do, right? Fantastic. This is America. Capitalism is king, and I am in favor of capitalism. However, when you get down to the brass tacks of certain critical issues, like you can't jump and continue to float unless you're out of space, because we would defy the law of what? Gravity, right?
Right.
So it's certain fundamental laws, and I'm not the gray area stuff. I'm fine with debate on that, but it's certain fundamental areas in terms of football and operations that if you don't do these things well, you're not going to be successful. And those are the things that I think we more so take a stronger line stance on, or have a very strong opinion about. Hey, these are critical things that you definitely need to do.
Right. So we gonna get into this film, bro. And before we get into this film, what's your thoughts on pressures?
On pressures, in what regard? You got to give me more context.
Okay, I've heard people say that pressures is an almost stat.
Okay.
Like you could have, either you did or you did not.
Yeah.
So, which I totally disagree with. I think that's way off. But I want to get your thoughts. I'm gonna give you my thoughts, and we gonna get into the film.
Yeah, cool. So my thought about pressure is that pressure disrupts plays.
That's it.
It's simple. It disrupts plays. So anything that disrupts a play normally is going to be a positive, unless the people playing behind you don't have gap integrity, i.e. a linebacker out of position, or i.e. a defensive tackle rushing in the wrong gap, and athletic quarterbacks then escape.
Right.
That's the only time that pressure becomes negative. But otherwise, it's a disruption of a play. I'm making you move. I'm making you do stuff you don't want to do. I'm making you throw faster than you want to throw, or I'm making you throw the ball away or try to be something that you're not if you're not a good athlete. So those are positive.
Yeah. It also it could take away, which we go show this from the film. It can take away big plays too, because it forces the quarterback to have to get it to his outlet. And you can't get long developing plays to develop with pressure. Quarterbacks can't set their feet. A lot of times pressure even causes interceptions a lot. It's almost like some people would just over negative on Micah to where you don't understand the value. But let's get into the film, bro. Let's just, enough talk. Let's get it.
The OC.
These are 70 pressures, OC.
The film breakdown.
Where you at, Phil? Oh, right here. Tripping. All right, here we go.
All right, so we got Micah Parsons standing up over the left tackle. Hand on the ground, motion over tight end to help actually set the edge and help block. Oh, he pulls away. Okay, very good. And then boom. Let's see here. He's running down the quarterback. And that was really good by him just staying alive in the play. That was a bad throw, but he was staying alive in the play. And that's a hustle play from backside. I wouldn't really give him the pressure on that, but that's a hustle play. He's not in the quarterback space, but he's coming from the side, hustling backside.
I think that's a major pressure play, OC.
Let me see again.
Hold on. And then another thing about this pressure play to me, because we ain't gonna rewind all of them, but to me, this pressure play almost caused 2 sacks and an interception.
Okay. We're going play action.
So it's pressure because he missed the sack, right? He didn't break down, make the tackle. But right now, because he disrupted that, now everything after that almost got the sack right there, almost got the sack right there, almost got the pick right there. His one pressure caused all that.
I'm sorry, boss. Rewind, because I think that you put the thing on the wrong person. Because I'm looking at Mike at the top.
I did put it on the wrong person.
And Mike is at but that's where I said that's a chase down. Mike is at the bottom.
He's at the bottom. I'm sorry. I put the glow on the wrong person. You're right.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so
let's watch Micah here. Man, Micah, man.
Yeah, that's a major pressure. Yeah, that's a major pressure. That's a missed sack though by him. He didn't break down, but that's a major pressure for him. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's just, I look at this game, boss, and this is a sidebar. You can just let it run, and I'll kind of give commentary. But I'm saying, look, I thought that he made some really dumb play calls, and I thought that was one of them. I remember watching this game. So they chip Micah. He runs inside, and that's a sack. I mean, the dude is scared out. He sees Micah, and Micah crawling like a lion, and just sacked this dude. This is good stuff, man. So this is Micah at the bottom of the screen. I'll look carefully. This is number 11. At the bottom of the screen. They bring in a tight end in. Okay, then they bring in a tight receiver here. So a shade of a double team. Okay, very good. He eludes 1 sack. That's a pressure in his face right there.
And it killed a play.
Yeah, incomplete pass. So Micah is now at the top of the screen to the trips formation. And this is empty now, so you got a wide receiver tight. They always have somebody tight, so they're chipping Micah, and then the chip is, the chip affected.
Almost caused an interception again.
It almost did because he was looking at Micah instead of looking at that throw.
Yeah. Hold on, let me go back to something real quick that I want to play, and then when y'all watch the film, I want y'all to notice something real quick. I'm going to play this by Zimmer. Y'all listen and watch the film.
What's the next step that Micah Parsons needs to take as a player?
Well, they don't have to take many steps. I think, as we're just sitting up there again this morning talking about other things we can do with him, and he's such a dynamic player that I said this the other day that the offenses are always going to know where he's at, and so they're going to turn protections to him. They're going to know where he's at, and so they're going to turn protections to him. They're going to know where he's at, and so they're going to turn protections to him. They're going to have the back help chip no matter what it is. In a lot of the games he played last year that I watched, the offenses had a good scheme where they get 2 tight ends on him and all those things. So we're gonna obviously gonna move him around, doing different things with him, but we're gonna use him some ways where we're getting the protection turned the way we want it turned, and then able to win on the other side. And there's sometimes we're gonna try to overload a protection where he gets a one-on-one.
And see, before we go back to the film, that's the side of Micah that's unappreciated. So when we go turn back on the film, which you was breaking down already, look at all that protection that offenses had to do to try to stop him, which also gave his other teammates way more one-on-ones. So for everybody that's like, trade Micah, realize that you lose the balance and you give the offense more balance, basically. Let's go back to
people to say trade Micah, I don't understand. And I would love to hear a good argument on why you should trade Micah Parsons from somebody. I just happen to have not heard one yet. But if anybody got one, I'm open to learn. I want to hear one.
Now, as y'all watch the film, look at all this protection from game to game that's geared towards Micah Parsons.
Yeah, so that's a quarterback now.
That's 3 interceptions dropped from his pressures.
And quarterback not finishing the throw. He's scared. He don't want to get smashed by Micah.
Yep.
So here's Micah inside, standing inside shade for technique. He's rushing the guard. He beats the guard clean, and
he calls that sack.
Yeah, he flushed him out to the right.
Mm-hmm.
He flushed him out to the right because of his pressure front side. So if you look at Micah, and this is Micah, look, boom, look what he does to that guard, man.
Yeah, he running from Micah's. So like to say pressures don't matter, and you see all this chaos coming from his pressures, I just don't get that. And then it's the way that you're able to move them all around like that too, so he can cause pressure over the tackle, over the center, over the guard, 3-tech. And you want to trade that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, sometimes people don't understand what they're looking at sometimes, and I think that this is kind of one of the situations where if you're saying trade Micah, I mean, it may be some good ideals on maybe why you should trade Micah, but I just think you got to take a hard look at what you're looking at as a player, and it's very unique and special. It's hard to come by, and I will say that.
He calls that sack.
Yeah, he's running away from Micah. He has one eye on Micah and one eye on the wide receiver. he's looking.
So that's why I don't agree with that. Pressure is the almost stat. It's like, no, you helping out your teammates with that pressure too. And it's on the film. It's undeniable. Like he running from Micah and run right into the sack.
And Micah beat 2 blocks on that play. And that's what people got to understand. Micah is statistically, and I forget the stat because I looked at it at the end of the season, he is the most chipped and double-teamed rusher in the league by percentage.
Yeah.
By amount.
That pressure right there is... Anybody else, Deshaun Watson off to the races. I shouldn't rewind. I'm rewinding it too much. But anybody else, Deshaun was off to the races right here. Anybody else, right? They got to come across field to get Watson right here.
Yeah, that's elite 4.3 closing speed, bro. I mean, he was on him so fast. You can't coach that. People say you can't coach speed. You can't coach that part. You can't coach closing speed.
And then my boy say it's a bad team. That's why I'm showing all 70 pressures. I ain't gonna listen. Yeah. I don't do that. I don't do highlights, low lights. You gonna have to watch it all today, my man. All of it.
You got 70. You just gotta let these things run.
I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna stop, bro. I ain't gonna do it no more.
Yeah, just let it run. Right tackle. He beats the right tackle.
And he had to get to the outlet.
Yeah.
He killed that play progression.
That was designed to get to the outlet. He had to check downfield, though. All right, here he is over the left tackle. He's just taking turns, flip-flopping. They don't respect these tackles whatsoever. They tried to help him, but at the end of the day, so Micah gets blocked pretty well there, and then he comes off late and gets pressure to make the dude escape. So, I mean, that wasn't a bad job by that left tackle, but comes off late, gets pressure, makes him escape. All right, so here we go. So this is where I like Micah the most. I like Micah from the stand-up rush position, because it's hard to read. And yeah, line him up late. That's what I like to do. There you go. Yeah, that's definitely pressure right there, all in his face. And I think that we could have did more of that. I hope they do more of that this year. This is Mike in a 3-point stance, playing big boy ball in a 5 technique over the left tackle. Let's see what he does. Destroys the tight end, destroys the pulling tight end, gets pressure in the guy's face, and nothing happens. So
it's chaos.
Yeah. He's beating the snot out of these blocks though. He's so explosive, man, and he had his Wheaties before this game, man. He's playing strong right here. I don't know what they was thinking, blocking him by a back, and I mean, yeah, it's unnerving. The ball comes out quick in the crossing route. It's a shallow crosser. So yeah, here we go. He's at the top of the screen now, and let's take a peek. See what Mr. Parsons does. We got motion across.
Oh.
He's changing the play.
He over the center, man.
Yeah, he was over the center. I saw it. Over the center, creating chaos because the center don't have quick feet, and he started lunging. And Micah Parsons gives him a quick swim move, and he's out of there.
And he had to force it to the outlet. So you not gonna have no vertical game.
Yeah, not unless you got elite tackles that somehow can slow down Micah Parsons, which most teams just don't. Oh, just beats him inside on the overset. Oh, beautiful move. Oh, just don't overset right tackle. Don't try to jump Micah Parsons. You need to play him straight up. Here he is down here, and they have a wing, right? They have a tight end playing wing. He pulls across. Micah snipes inside. That dude is running for his life. And yeah, there it is. Yeah, he's causing a lot of. He's being, you know, the great, the great, I'll say, a straight hand. Okay, he said, as I got older in my career, I stopped focusing just on getting sacks. I focused on being as disruptive as possible.
Yeah.
That's a quote from Michael Strahan, Hall of Famer, played for the Giants. And so that's what I think Micah's doing, right? And not that he's late in his career, but Micah just is being very disruptive. Just there it is again, just disruptive. And that's
he caused that sack.
He did. He did. And I like Micah here, man. Why don't they do this more? Because you can move Micah in and out. You can line him up on the edge late. You can stand up, move him around. And it makes it really hard to double team and get a beat on him if you do that. But he's running downhill in a hurry. So
that pressure almost caused that pick.
Yeah. They know. They got a clock in their head, man. They know. They got to hurry. Yeah, it's like, oh, I've been called. So, yeah. So let's see here.
Ooh.
Just, you know,
man,
the change of direction, bro.
It's crazy.
You know what Micah Parsons does. You know what he does. And this is what people don't say. I'm gonna put it in words for you guys. Micah Parsons cuts like a top 5 NFL running back.
I was saying the same thing.
That's how he cuts.
And now you call that a almost stat? No, bro. This is straight disruption.
Yeah, he's cutting. He's making cuts with his feet like a running back.
This is
like
crazy.
A top 5 elite running back.
Yeah, he find them holes and he close. Ooh, man. Like, I ain't trying to hear nothing about. You can talk all you want, big dog. Yeah. Do the podcast.
The point is proven. Just put it in the chat if you think the point is proven, guys. It's the point. Yeah, I mean it's. I mean,
I know I over that up.
That's all right. So here's Micah. Here's some impressive stuff.
That's the wrong person. He at the top left.
Yeah, he's at the top left. I see him at the top left over the right tackle, and he's helpless. Like, it's not like that ball had to come out on a 2-step, or that's it. So
yeah.
Notice the strength of the line is here. Notice they have two. They have 2 tight ends
at a time.
He's over the tackle. They pull one tight end. They try to kick Mike out of there. He chip him with a back. Micah runs around. And still, come here. Micah fetching.
You running for your life.
Micah's fetching it. They try to trick Micah with the motion going opposite. Motion going opposite. Bring the back to help. Bring the tackle to help. He beats both the blocks. Pivots out. Look at this. Look. Oh.
It's almost like every time it was a pressure, either they had to get rid of it quick to the outlet or it killed the play.
Yeah. Yeah, that quarterback stepping up in a hurry. And that's a great job by him. And that's just, speak to another point. We need to be stronger inside. Because if you got a good defensive tackle in there, he's stepping up, your defensive tackle's getting that sack. But ain't nobody there, so that dude's escaping. Here's again. Oh. Great job, man. For being an athlete. This is the part I don't understand. I don't understand why some of these offenses actually lead this kid unblocked. Like, I don't understand. They try to do action away from him. It goes bad. You go action away from him. You'll be better off doing that. Chipping him, trying to slow him down. But, like, doing action away from him, trying to do tricky stuff, it's like, it doesn't go well normally. Normally, he's going to mess up the play. All right, here you go. Look at the get off. Do you guys see that get off? You see how fast he's getting off?
Man, he closed like crazy.
It's a blur.
Yeah.
It's a blur.
255-4-3, and we saying trade this, and he young.
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
My boy say be the guy. Say trading Michael would be a good decision.
Oh, he said that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it depends on what you get for it, and if you can find the players to replace him. I just don't think you can. I don't think it is easy. Cause I want to show you this right quick, bruh. I noticed something about this right here. First of all, he over the three. He in playing 3 tech. Like, who you can do this, right? He gets the sack playing the 3 tech, right? Then he get up and that's Fowler move, bruh.
Yeah.
What's up with that, bro? Was he said tripping right there? That's Fowler move. I said the same thing.
I mean, he said tripping. He said, "Hey, that's like why some boys be doing the crit walk?" Or somebody said, they are set tripping,
Yeah, that was set tripping, bro. That boy hit the Fowler.
Yeah, he did. He did on purpose in Washington.
In Washington.
Yeah. In Washington on purpose. Yeah, that was on purpose.
I see you, bro. I see you. Look at that. Look at that. Man, I ain't trying to hear no almost nothing. That's God, dog. The closing is. I gotta look at this one more time, but just 3 more, bro. We go.
Bro, take your time. Hey, I'm in no rush right now. Take your time.
Dog, this should be 2 pressures. That one and then that one. Ooh.
Hey, he outruns. I don't know who that is. He outruns. Who's that? 95. He outruns the defensive tackle to get the sack. The defensive tackle is ahead of him. He gets the pressure, pivots, and outruns him to get the sack.
Killed it. Yeah. Played dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he said I wouldn't. Okay, be the guy. I misunderstood you. My fault. He said I wouldn't trade. Hell nah.
Yeah, I think the only way you
look. Almost every pressure was either no play, an interception, a sack, or an outlet.
Yeah, these guys are fearful.
Yeah, they got to get the ball out.
They're fearful. They don't want to get sacked, boss.
My bad, be the guy. I got you. I got you wrong. Ooh.
Got him, coach.
God!
Yeah.
God! Say, man, hold on, bro. That's just that's artistic, dog. Man. Ooh, man. God.
Yeah, that's.
Just a few more, OC. I'm just, I love football, bro.
That's fine with
just
me.
Watching him destroy these dudes.
Don't hesitate.
He calls that sack.
And that's a split sack too, I think.
Yeah, that should have been all him.
Like, why do they do this right here? They go motion over number 1 as if he's about to help. He go help.
No help. 1-on-1.
And then it's a quick check down.
Yep, you got to check it down 1-on-1. Ooh. Okay, we done after the Bengals. I gotta see this Bengals.
Yeah, he was too wide on that. Micah should have been tighter. He would have got that sack. He actually made himself not get that sack. He was lined up too wide. He didn't need to be that wide on that guy. He's a soft edge. Right there, that's where you need to be. Be right up on him, put that pressure on him, make him get out his kick, make him do that right there, because he has no chance. Yeah, make him do that. Turn and pivot.
They saying the stream crash.
Stream crash? I don't know, man.
Let me go see what's going on. They might be tripping on this real quick, this film, because I'm showing the game film, bro. Hold on. Hold on, they saying, hold on, man. Let's see what's going on.
Did it crash?
It sound like, hold on real quick. Let me go back and see what's going on.
You want me to go? I'll go out and come back in.
They say stream suspended for policy violation. God, dog. Okay.
Hey.
So I gotta kill it.
Yeah, just kill it then, dog. Sorry, man.
It's all